Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to day 6, open. So physically we're going to be doing some hip openers and some heart openers. At the same time we're going to be keeping our minds and hearts open too. So let's start lying down in a big starfish pose. So that's with your legs nice and wide, arms nice and wide. So your whole body is open and ready to receive. Close your eyes. And just drop yourself right into your bodies. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically. Just notice your breathing and start to bring your inhales through your nose and out through your nose. So the whole of your front of your body is open, creating lots of space for your inhales and allowing your exhales just to be a process of letting go. So now we can start to steady and ready our minds for our practice. So from here, we're just going to scrunch up our hands and our feet and clench our thighs and our shoulders on the inhale, holding everything in, and then just exhaling, softening and letting everything go. And again, let's inhale, scrunch your faces, scrunch your calves, scrunch your feet, your belly. And exhale, just let it go. Okay, so just coming into a little ball, holding behind your knees and rocking up and down the length of your spine. And we're going to go straight over to tabletop into our cat and cow. So spreading your fingers wide, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, gazing slightly ahead, back flat, pull your belly button in. On an inhale, drop your belly, curl your tailbone, open your chest, hit your gaze up. And then exhale, round and contract, chin to chest. And again, inhale, drop your belly, spread your tailbone. And then exhale, drop your tailbone down as you pull your belly button into your spine, chin to chest. So just moving with your breath. Warming up through the spine. Arms are nice and strong, there's no bend in our elbows. Lovely, and just finish the one you're on. And you're going to find your way onto your tummies. Okay, so we'll start with some baby cobras. So with your feet just slightly apart, maybe hip distance, hands by the side of your shoulders, we're going to roll our shoulders back as we inhale and lift our chest. And we're also going to lift our hands so that we don't use them to help us. Looking down just ahead of you, squeezing the shoulders in, squeezing the glutes. So just our first little back bend, a mini back bend to start us off. And exhale, lower. And again, inhale, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulders together. Neck is long, and exhale. One more time. Rolling shoulders, pressing down through the fronts of your feet. See if you can lift a little more. And exhale, lower. Okay, from here we're going to find our locust pose, Shalabhasana. So taking your arms behind you, this time bring your feet together. If it becomes too difficult to lift your upper and lower body together, concentrate on lifting your upper body. So again, we're going to carry on with our heart opening back bend. So squeezing and pointing the fingers behind you. We'll start just lifting the shoulders. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And think more about lengthening through the whole of your back. And exhale, lower. So this time, if you want to, you can try and lift your feet at the same time. So just inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your feet, point your fingers towards your feet. and release. And last one. So just have a slight recovery here, and then inhale, lengthening out through the whole of your back, opening your chest. And release. Okay, and from here we're going to come up onto our knees. If you have any blocks, you can use them. You don't have to have them, it's just an option. So we're coming into our camel, which is another heart opener. It's another big heart opener. Start maybe with your toes tucked so that your heels are nearer to your hands. If any of you have any lower back issues, just put your hands on your back to start with, press your elbows together, roll your shoulders back, and you're just going to lean back towards your heels. And that might be enough for you. You can take your gaze slightly up. If that feels good and your back feels strong and healthy this morning, you could have a block. You could just reach for your blocks, take them a little bit further behind you. Or if that feels good, you could just reach for an ankle. You could try one ankle at a time, or both. And then pressing your heart opening and your chest to the sky. So find the position that feels most comfortable for you. You may need to play around with it. So head gazing up, chest open. Take a breath here. And say to yourself, my heart and mind have no boundaries. So my heart and mind have no boundaries. When you come out of your position, come out very, very gently. Okay, let's move those to the side. And let's find a nice counteracting child's pose here. So get your big toes to touch, take your knees wide, sit your bottom on your heels, draw your hips back as you walk your hands and melt your chest towards the floor. Take yourself to your breath. I'm open to new experience. I'm open and ready to sample new experiences. And one more breath here. And now you're just going to start walking your hands in. Okay. So again, coming back to your knees, we're going to start working on opening our hips. So if you just step your right foot through, knee above ankle, you can keep your hands on the floor, and you're just going to allow your hips to drop forward. Okay, so not pushing anything, but just allowing them naturally. You might take some little movements here. And again, if the knee is sore on the floor, you might be well to have a little rug underneath you, a little blanket. Just rocking gently here. And then just allowing your hips to drop forward. Take your gaze forward. So where we're looking to feel this is in the hip flexor of the left leg mainly. Maybe even trying to take our inhales into the hip flexor, directing the breath. And then we can just step that leg back. And we're going to swap it over. Okay, so taking our left leg forward. Oops. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So step the left leg forward, knee over ankle. Allow the hips to drop. So you can have your hands here or on the floor, wherever it feels good. So your gaze is slightly forward, and we're just allowing that right hip flexor to gently stretch and open. We maybe take some little gentle movements here. Take one more breath. And then let's just come back. Okay. So long end of your mats, everyone. Hands down, get your big toes to touch. So this is going to be wider than a child's pose. So we get our toes to touch and we take our knees even wider if we can. So we're looking for our frog pose here. Okay, so when you've come down, hands are about shoulder distance apart, walk them out in front of you and come down on your forearms. Now, if you're quite comfortable here, you can also bring your toes out. And then you can just gently rock. Breathing into your inner thighs. Taking your time. My heart and mind have no boundaries. So gently rocking, not forcing anything. Just taking our time here. Rocking our frog. And then very, very gently and carefully bringing your knees in. And up we come. Lovely. Don't hate me for this, we're going back to our lunge. Okay, back to your knees, step your right foot forward. Okay, at this time, so you can either stay in your lunge, or you can bend into that left leg and reach for it with your right arm. Reach for the toe. So your left hand is flat to the floor. If you can grab it, great. If you can't, just make a motion towards it. And then just have a look over that shoulder. See if you can see that foot. Just allowing your hips to drop a little bit more. Just letting gravity do the work. And then very, very gently just letting go of the foot, framing the front right foot. And then you're going to walk your hands back as you flex into that right foot, finding our half splits. Now you can be high if you want. You could even have blocks here if you want. So again, use what works for you. So curling the toe towards your face. Or if you really want, you could come into half hero, sitting down a little bit more. So just find the position that's good for you. And when you find it, you're going to press that heel towards the floor and drag it towards your face, just stretching out through that hamstring. And then maybe taking a fold over that leg. Okay, so now we're walking our hands back. So we're framing that front foot. We're going to come to pigeon from here. So we're going to take that right knee behind the right wrist and bring the toes towards the left wrist and extend the left leg back. Now, if this isn't an option for you, find your reclined pigeon. Sitting nice and tall. So let's take a little back bend here. So again, opening out through our chest, our heart. One more breath. You can either stay here or you can allow yourself to gently fold over that front foot, extend the arms out long. Resting the forehead to the floor or to a block. Just softening into it, allowing everything to relax. And as we relax, everything begins to open. And now just start to walk your hands up if you did fold. And coming back out. Okay. So same thing on the other side, everybody. Up to your knees. Let's step our left foot through. So dropping our hips forward, just allowing them to come towards the floor. Again, you can frame that foot or you can stay up. Gazes forward, just allowing those hips to drop. Now remember, you can stay here or you can bend into your right leg. Reach around for that foot with your left hand and allow everything to come towards the floor. And then just take a look over that left shoulder, opening up through the chest, gazing towards the back of your space. And very gently release that leg if you've got hold of it. Okay, bringing your hands back to the front, framing the left foot, and then just walking your hands back as you flex into that left foot. Curling the toe towards you, lengthening out for your spine, gazes at the end of the toe, just beyond the foot. And then you can just take your fold here. My heart and mind have no boundaries. So pressing that heel and dragging it towards you. One last goodbye breath here. And then walking your hands to the top of the mat. Okay, so taking the left knee behind the left wrist and the left toe behind the right wrist. Extend the right leg back, so kneecap is facing the floor, front of the foot is facing the floor. Sit up tall, press away from the floor, find your back bend. And then if you want to just exhale gently down and fold. With every exhale, we soften a little bit more. Softening our hips, our thighs, our chest, our shoulders. And then we're just going to gently bring ourselves back up and come into a nice seated position. Okay. So let's extend our legs out long. In fact, let's have our left leg extended and bend our right leg, sole of the foot pressed into the thigh, sitting nice and tall. And then we'll start with taking a side bend. So if we hold our right knee with our left hand to start with, and then inhale our right hand up and over. So we probably won't get very far here on this side bend, but that's fine. We'll rotate our chest to the ceiling, ground evenly through both sit bones, and really reach away with those fingers. We're opening up through this whole side of the body here. Taking our time. And then exhale it down. Okay, we're going to kind of angle ourselves towards the extended left leg. Inhale the hands up. And then we're just going to take a fold here. Now we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So grabbing hold of the shin or the foot or wherever you can. Concentrating on lengthening your spine on your inhales and folding a tiny bit more on every exhale. And from here, we're going to move between a baby wild thing and a fold 3 times. So on an inhale, you're going to take your right hand behind you as you sweep your left hand up and over. Left foot comes to the floor, hips come up. Left hand reaches away. And then we exhale, we sweep back down and we fold over that extended foot. And again, inhale, sweep the left hand up and over, right hand comes behind, hips come high, stretching out through the whole side and front of your body. And exhale to lower one more time. 2 more times. Take that. Hold. Inhale, sweep it up. Pressing the left foot to the floor. Last time. Sweep it up, balancing on the shin of your right leg. And then just lower it down to the floor. Lovely. Excellent. And then swapping it over. So extend your right leg out, sole of the left foot into your right thigh. So sitting tall, taking your right hand on your left knee to begin with. And then inhale, lift your arm up and over. So fingertips reaching, reaching, reaching. Don't stop reaching. Keep moving, feeling the side of your body, your ribs open, the intercostal muscles stretching. Shoulders away from ears. One more breath here. And then exhale it down. Okay, so angling our body towards our extended right leg. Sit tall before you move. Inhale, your arms up. And then you're just going to fold over that leg. Lock for that knee. And as you're here and folding and taking your time, you can think about your affirmations. So my heart and mind have no boundaries. And one more breath here. And this time we're going to inhale as we sweep our left hand behind us, fingers pointing away, right hand up and over. Hips to the sky, really reaching to the lovely line from fingertip to foot. And fold. So moving with your breath, moving in your own time. Folding again. Inhale, hand comes up. Hips come up, feet press down. And lovely. And when you're ready, finish with the one that you're doing and come to a nice seated position. So from here, we're just going to fold over our legs, leading with our chest, hinging from our hips, and rounding our backs this time. And then we're just gently going to come to sit, taking our hands behind us, pressing them into the floor, squeezing our shoulders blades together, opening our chest, really puffing it out. The heart cannot get much more physically open than it is right now. One last squeeze of the shoulders, and then gently release. Okay, so let's find a comfortable seated position. Sitting tall, lengthening through our spine, or rolling our shoulders back. Maybe taking a little bit of movement, whatever you need to do to get yourself comfortable, tucking your chin, and then just closing down the eyes. So any gentle movements are fine, just whatever's instinctive and natural to you. Let's just let go of the desire to be doing and invite yourself to sink into a state of being. So just taking time to ease yourself gently into stillness. Start to become aware of sounds outside of your immediate space. Now any sounds inside your space. And then to any internal sounds. Notice the touch of cloves against your skin. And begin to detach from the outside world. Notice if you're holding any judgment. So judging yourself, judging your practice, and judging others. And just invite any judgment to release. As you focus on being completely open to anything that unfolds. Notice if you're harboring expectations and allow those expectations to release. As you invite yourself to be open and curious as to what unfolds. Take one full inhale and then sigh it all the way out. And continue to take lovely long breaths in and out. Make as much sound as you wish. And then invite the breath to be spontaneous and natural. No judgment, no expectation, simply paying attention. So curiously inquisitive and open to what unfolds. Return to the awareness of the senses now. So having given yourself the gift of space, stillness, and being fully open to the present moment. So bringing your hands to your heart center, pressing your thumbs to your sternum. Inhale your hands to the sky. Bring them down. And again. And namaste. Thank you all for getting up again and practicing with me this morning. It started the day beautifully.